welcome to a special episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. We are excited to give you our reaction, our fan reaction to a new trailer that just dropped for Amazon Prime's Fallout. It's a series based on the video game, the acclaimed video game, and it is going to be released early in April, but the trailer just came out this past weekend. So we're going to check it out now, give you our reaction, and see if the idiots are all looking forward to this dystopian nightmare. All right, fellas, some people are here for our reaction to the Fallout trailer, so without further ado...
I loved it!
Without further ado, here we go.
I like cons.
Prime.
Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place. A veritable Camelot, the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man. You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
Oh, here we go.
Does this have like aliens in it?
No.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone.
It's like those affected by nuclear radiation.
Nice.
To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization.
Is that Jawa's
Can you
skiff?
tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
It's the katana.
200
Holy
years.
shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead.
What you're doing is insane.
I don't set the world
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
fire. I just want to start.
I've had a rough week.
Flaming
Practically every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
in my I
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
People are going to come after you.
Ain't much stage cleanup here, Vaulty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs. You look out at this wasteland, looks like chaos, but there's always somebody behind the wheel. What is happening here?
Everyone wants to save the world. They disagree on how.
There you are, you little killer.
All right, April 11th. And I didn't notice that the first time I watched it earlier today, that they'll drop the whole season at once, which I like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
So, somebody jump in. Give us your initial reaction. I know that not everyone here is familiar with the game, but what did you think of the trailer, just on its merits as a show?
I mean, I'm very interested, actually. I like dystopian stuff like that. And I also like Walton Goggins. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Look at Charles.
Walton Goggins?
Who's Lady
Walton
Gaga?
Walton Goggins.
Never heard of that.
He's
So
the main guy.
I'll be on the opposite of John. So
we're gonna go belly to belly right now. That looked horrible. I wouldn't watch it. It looks like it's boring. The music was cool. Other than that, looks horrible.
As someone who knows the game and played the game, I think there's a lot they're not showing us. I almost think like it wasn't the greatest trailer because there's probably going to be a lot more that didn't even touch on, which I'm also hopeful of.
It wasn't that good.
It's like it just reminded me of another post-apocalyptic thing like The Walking Dead, where someone's trying to go out and scavenge stuff, and then they find people who don't want them there, and they try to kill them, and it's kind of like another one of those. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing really wowed me from that preview.
I actually did play this game when I was younger. The only games I ever played were end of the world, like role-playing games or zombie games. So this game was right up my alley. Like Shane said, there's certain parts that remind me of the game. I kind of feel like there's going to be a lot more that they're holding back on that they didn't show us, or I'm hoping that at least they do end up showing us. But, watching it did bring me back to playing the video game because the music and like the black and white stuff or like that corny stuff.
I'll watch it.
It's the game itself is very, very stylized, and it's almost hard to describe if you haven't played it.
Yeah.
Because again, it starts where you're in a different era than we're currently in, and people are worried about nuclear war, and they buy these vaults, these bomb shelters. They live in this underground world where they're protected, but they obviously have, a limited life. And then all of a sudden, they're still living like they've been in a standstill time-wise. They think the world is still like it was when they went in, and they come out after all these years, and there's children that were born in the vault and grew up thinking things were like the 50s, and they come out, and it's the future, and it's a wasteland, and it's a nuclear fallout. So there's that old-timey style mixed in with this like Mad Max radiation wasteland dystopia. So
have you watched Silo?
That is exactly what I was thinking, Charles.
Yeah. It's the same premise.
But Fallout came 30 years before Silo.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
Silo, like shot a 3-pointer from half court and they got it in. Like it's like really good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I just read recently. I know that has nothing to do with it, but Silo season 2 is going to be coming out soon, also.
Okay.
So I'm not even familiar with that one.
Very good show. I didn't watch it. Charles told me about it. I put it on thinking it was going to be like whatever, and then it was really good. I got really into it.
And what was that on Netflix?
It's on Apple.
Apple.
Oh, Apple.
But you can watch it on Apollo.
Okay.
It's the same like premise. Like they live in a silo, and outside of the silo is like nuclear like war. Like it's like radiation out there.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up as a kid, these games weren't really a lot of people's like most played with. Like they weren't really interested in this. Like stuff like this, I was always interested in. But I know like a lot of my friends, they would be into like sport games, like hockey and football and stuff like that. So
a lot of people like that game.
Don't. I know exactly what you're saying, Chris, but don't make the mistake of saying like it's a numbers wise, because it was like game of the year type game.
Yeah, I'm saying that the type of game, like end of world type stuff, might not be up everyone's alley.
Right.
What was Fallout on?
PlayStation.
Yeah.
It might have been on Xbox too, but
I probably had
PlayStation. PlayStation 3.
I don't remember it.
PlayStation 3, and then they came out with Fallout New Vegas, which I didn't play because it was like right as I was like starting a family and stuff, and just didn't have the time to sit any longer. And now I'm kind of getting back into some of the newer Nintendo games with my kids, and it's just kind of fun to put something on for a half an hour and not be too invested in it and be able to put it down.
I want to buy one of those like old retro gaming systems. It's like $100, and you'll have every Nintendo game that ever came out and stuff like that, all on the system. I would love to be able to play.
I have my Super Nintendo hooked up. We play it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, folks, that's going to do it for our trailer reaction. Thanks for hanging out with us here on YouTube, or maybe you're listening on your favorite podcast app. Please subscribe to the channel. like the video and comment. Let us know, are you looking forward to Fallout? Did you play the video game? Did you play New Vegas? It was a long time ago, and I don't remember everything about it, but I'm looking forward to jumping into this show because I already see lots of Easter eggs in the trailer that I do remember from the game. So thanks for hanging out. Hit that subscribe button and come on back to the channel where we're going to jump into more of a conversation about video games that have made it into series and movies. Take care. We'll see you next time on 5 Idiots. Bye-bye.